What if your next burger never had a heartbeat, and your salad was grown inside a skyscraper in your city? Sounds futuristic? Well, the future of food is already here, and it's about to change everything we know about farming, eating, and even the planet itself. Before we dive into these innovations, let's talk about the problem we're facing. Feeding 9 billion people by 2050 will require 70% more food than we produce today. But here's the catch. Our farmland is shrinking, water sources are drying up, and climate change is pushing traditional agriculture to the edge. Extreme weather events like droughts, heat waves, and floods are hitting crops hard, leading to smaller harvests and rising food prices. At the same time, livestock farming is one of the largest contributors to greenhouse gas emissions, responsible for nearly 15% of global emissions, mostly from methane. And while millions go hungry, we throw away nearly 1/3 of all the food we produce. This isn't just about waste, it's about energy, water, and land being wasted as well. If we keep doing things the old way, we'll need another planet just to grow enough food. That's why scientists, startups, and even big food companies are racing to build the future of food. Let's start with the one that gets the most attention: lab-grown meat. Imagine taking a small sample of animal cells and growing them into real, edible meat in a bioreactor, kind of like brewing beer, but with protein instead of hops. This meat is biologically identical to what comes from an animal. Same taste, same nutrition, just no animals involved. The benefits are massive. Traditional livestock farming uses 80% of agricultural land, but provides less than 20% of the world's calories. Switching to cultivated meat could free up land for reforestation, biodiversity, and carbon capture, while cutting down on methane emissions and water use. Plus, it's cruelty-free. No factory farms, no slaughterhouses. But here's the challenge. Right now, lab-grown meat is expensive. We're talking dozens of dollars for a single burger. Scaling production means building huge bioreactors, and energy use is still high. And then there's the big question: will people accept it? Will you eat a steak grown in a lab? Researchers are experimenting with blended products, mixing plant-based ingredients with cultured meat to reduce cost and win over skeptical eaters. Just like plant-based milk was strange a decade ago but is now mainstream, lab-grown meat might follow the same path. Now, imagine a farm with no soil, no sun, and no seasons, just rows of plants stacked floor to ceiling under glowing LEDs. That's vertical farming. By growing crops in a controlled indoor environment, vertical farms can produce fresh vegetables year-round, right in the middle of cities. No long supply chains, no weather worries, and almost 95% less water than outdoor farming, thanks to recycling systems. This means fresh lettuce in December, strawberries in January, and basil that doesn't need to fly halfway around the world to reach your kitchen. But again, there are challenges. Energy costs are high, especially for LED lights and climate control. Most vertical farms focus on leafy greens, herbs, and microgreens, because growing wheat, rice, or corn indoors isn't cost-effective yet. However, as solar power gets cheaper and LED technology improves, vertical farms might become the backbone of urban food supply chains. While labs and warehouses create futuristic food, the world's existing farms are also getting a high-tech upgrade. With precision agriculture, farmers can use drones to scan fields for plant health, AI algorithms to predict the perfect time to harvest, and soil sensors that tell them exactly how much water and fertilizer each plant needs. This means less waste, lower costs, and higher yields, all while being more environmentally friendly. Think of it as the smartphone era of farming, where data and technology guide every decision. But even with these breakthroughs, technology alone won't save us. We still need to tackle food waste, rethink how we distribute food, and make sure new technologies don't just benefit the wealthy nations. There are also ethical questions. Who will control the patents for lab-grown meat? Will vertical farms put small rural farmers out of business? And how do we make sure that sustainable food is affordable for everyone, not just a luxury? The future of food will be a hybrid system. A mix of smarter traditional farms, high-tech urban agriculture, and new protein sources like cultivated meat and plant-based alternatives. The question is, how fast can we adapt? Because every year we wait, the pressure on our food system grows. Would you eat lab-grown meat? Would you trust food grown under LED lights? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this look into the interesting stories, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the science shaping tomorrow.